to another Super Tuesday recap for Supergirl. I am your host, Shanna, and I am here with the doctor, and we are about to talk about Supergirl Season 3, Episode 18, Shelter from the Storm. I am very tipsy. How are you doing today, doctor?
I'm better, but I still sound like I was at the... I took the kids to see Infinity War again, and every time I coughed, both of them looked at me like, we need to get you to the hospital.
I have that issue too.
And I did not do that for effect. That just is how it comes up.
I have that issue too. I have like a very... as a child, I had bronchitis, so I have a very deep
propensity towards slipping back into it.
Yeah, I have a deep cough. It's not great.
And I'm afraid that might be what this is turning into. I hope it's not, but it might be.
Oh, I hope so too. So we are here to talk about Supergirl. What did you think of the latest episode? Just little inside thing for the listeners. I saw your text messages about the episode, but I did not read them because I was saving it for the podcast.
I loved it. I loved it because, again, we are Team Lena, part 2. That might be this episode title because, goddamn, she's been reading Karen. I've been partying off of it. No, I thought it was really good. Like I said, they're on point. They're not wasting episodes with bullshit, and I appreciate it. And I love that, they even threw in there like, well, we know that your power is the power of love to heal people, but you might need to try a different method. I'm like, thank you for putting that in there because we were all getting sick of that shit. So
I feel you. I really love this episode. Like, I think they've been on a great track. I am really surprised. I think I said this last week when we realized this week they would be going after Ruby. I just honestly don't know where they're hoping to end the season at because we have like 4 more episodes.
Yeah.
And I didn't think we would be here already. Like they kind of stopped her from going after Ruby. So I don't know what to expect next. And I'm really excited by that.
I mean, I love the fact that it wasn't a thing where she saw Ruby and was like, oh, my daughter. Mm-hmm. It was absolutely a thing where they had to use Rain's own words and code against her. Mm-hmm. That was perfect. Because had they just done like, oh, my baby, I would have been so pissed. So, yes, this is how you do it. This is absolutely how you do it. I would say the only thing I wasn't thrilled about, even though they made it work, like, I don't mind Mon-El being there because he wants to help. I do mind Mon-El staying behind because, I got to resolve these love feelings. I'm like,
Yeah.
Just stick with their chances of winning goes up exponentially if one of them stays. And it makes the most sense from the person from this century to stay here.
And Emerald was way too nice about it. Well, if you choose to come back, I know you're choosing me. I was like, girl, no.
You send your man to fuck another woman if you want to.
I was like, this is ridiculous. This should not even be a thing. So let's jump into it. Rain is looking for Ruby because, very smart, she realizes that the only way to officially have control over Sam is to get rid of the one thing that makes Sam still human. Mm-hmm. So she starts looking for Ruby. The first person she goes after, again, super smart, Lena. But I love how we open with this like post-coital sexy times with James and Lena.
Listen, I'm like, honey, I'd climb that tree to do your thing. Yes.
I feel like this is the sexiest Supergirl has ever been.
Agreed.
I was like, what? What's
and they
this?
The right 2 characters to pull it off. That's what you call chemistry right there.
I was like, okay, with the mood lighting. What is going on?
No, his shirt.
Mm-hmm. Yes.
Zipping up her dress.
Yes, that's what I'm talking about. I don't always need a sex scene. I'll take a post sex scene too if you do it right. It was very sexy. And then they moved to basically Lena coming to tell them that they've been attacked and why. I like how they didn't immediately figure out that it was about Ruby.
Yeah.
I was like, guys, what else? Like, use your common sense here. So Lena's like, well, no, Alex is all like, tell me where Ruby is and I'll go make sure she's safe. And Lena's like, I got this. Like, she is safe. I promise.
And technically, had they stuck with Lena's plan, we wouldn't be here.
I feel like the show is trying to tell us that Lena's always right. But the characters are trying to tell us that Kara is always right, and I'm very confused.
Well, I think this episode really solidified, because I don't think you know what, I'm gonna jump to it. It solidified that even though the in show they're trying to believe that Kara's always right, that end scene in the elevator with Lena and Kara talking about Supergirl and the loss of trust, it hit Kara that, oh, I'm being a really ain't shit kind of person about this. And I was taking a high road, but here she's not wrong. I did go behind her back. I didn't trust her. I did ask her boyfriend to betray her.
Yeah.
I was wrong. And now I've destroyed a friendship.
So my thing is, I'm gonna believe the show is telling us what the show wants us to know. So therefore, Lena doesn't know that Kara is also Supergirl, because I don't feel like she would have been that forthcoming.
No,
if she did know, because the way she said it wasn't like it. There's a way you can say that where you're like, I know who you are, and I'm gonna let you know how I feel about you. But it felt very much so like, yeah, I don't understand what's up with Supergirl, but I know I can't trust her. And it felt very like, and I'm not saying that so that you know, I'm saying that because I'm confiding in my friend and I'm really hurt by this.
Yeah.
So Lena clearly doesn't know. But I love the fact that Lena not knowing and confiding in Kara is helping Kara see where she's gone wrong. Because the way she said it, it was just so honest. And Lena, do you watch Lucifer?
I haven't finished this season, but I have been watching.
So the thing I love about Lucifer is that as much as he's the devil and as much as he is ridiculous and kind of all over the place, when he says, I don't lie, he's very real when he says that. He never lies.
Right.
So people might think that he's being outrageous or that he's using metaphors or whatever when he talks about God and, angels and the devil, but he's honest. He's being honest. And that's how I felt in that moment with Lena. Like, she's being completely honest. She's like, I cannot trust this person anymore. And I'm saddened by that.
Yeah.
And so I really like that scene.
Like, never meet your heroes is exactly what she said. Never meet your heroes.
Whoo. And Kara just had to sit there and take it, which I really liked as well. Mm-hmm. That's kind of the downside of having a secret identity. It's because people might be talking shit about your other identity. You can't do anything about it.
Sorry.
So Alex goes to see Ruby, who is being hidden at Lex's apparently super secret mansion that has a cloaking device on it.
And look, Lex had all the gadgets and the toys and the doodads for the panic room. I'm like, okay, Lex, you came ready.
I love that Lena was like, you can't find it. It's not on any map. It's hidden from space. And I was like, what? Like, is it a bunker? Like, it's like, no, it's a cloaked mansion. Of course. So Alex goes to this mansion where Ruby is staying with her nanny, I guess. Mm-hmm. And Supergirl and John Jones head to Rain's or Sam's mom because they figured that would be the other place where she would go to try and find out where Ruby is. Mm-hmm. So I really like that the mom knew.
Yes.
she was just straight up like, oh, so she's Rain. She's like, I kind of guess. I guess she was like, I kind of guess. And you could tell there was a second when Supergirl was like, bitch.
She really was.
Like, she's like, I'm tired of people already knowing who Rain was and not telling me. So Supergirl's like gonna help the mom and make sure nothing happens to her. But I really liked her whole speech of how she failed Sam and turned her away when she got pregnant with Ruby. And she's like, I'm not going to turn away from her now. I mean, I thought it was dumb and I immediately knew she was going to die, but I thought it was sweet.
Yeah. Yeah.
Like, I feel like they do this all the time. It's like, I'm so sorry.
Okay, so here's the thing. When I was looking for an image for the feedback post, and I told you this, and you tried to judge me. I don't hate Ruby. I just think she's going to die. But when I was typing in Ruby Supergirl, the next feeling was annoying. I'm like, y'all leave that baby alone. And I said all that to say this. I'm not mad at Ruby for calling her mom because she's 12 and she's been away from her mom, who they keep saying is sick, but she hasn't been allowed to see her. And 12 is old enough to take your child to the hospital to be seeing your sick parent, right?
Here's my thing.
I am pissed at Alex. I'm pissed at Alex because she should have just said, your mom might be in trouble. And until we know what's going on for certain, we can't let anyone know where we are. So I know you want to see her, but for right now, it's in your best interest that we not reach out because if you're found, it's dangerous. Be honest with that girl, because then that girl went and picked up the phone and called her mama and brought rain down on their head.
So this is my thing. I have the exact same issue. It is one of my pet peeves on these type of shows or just any show in general. If somebody needs to be protected, tell them they're being protected. Do not do the thing where you're just like, oh, no, it's okay. Let's just play some games or whatever. No, tell them they're being protected because inevitably what they're going to do is they're going to put themselves in danger without knowing.
Yeah.
And it didn't have to be your mom is Rain and she's, coming after you. It could have just been, hey, there's, your mom is in danger. Things are not safe. And that's why we're hiding you. And we have to, keep you guys separate from each other for right now. And even if you were going to tell her the situation, it's very easy to tell her, hey, your mom is Rain. When she becomes Rain, she doesn't remember who she is. So we're going to try and keep you as safe as possible. Like, it's...
Yeah. And then on the back end, after it was all out, she was like, oh, it's not your mom. She's like, bitch, I know what my mama look like. Mm-hmm. I know what my mama sound like. And you know what? Shout out to Ruby for like, okay, y'all all knocked out. I got to at least try to save myself. Let me at least try. Girl... Yes, baby girl. Even if I do say you're going to die, I appreciate you not just sitting there cowering.
And that's
she's going to go out like a G if she was going to go out. She was going to go out fighting. Good for you.
Mm-hmm. And that's what makes it so bad is that so because you held it back, now she's seen it. Whatever. The secret was going to come out anyway. So now she's seen it, and now you got to go back and try and explain it. Had you just said from the beginning, like, what was going on, or at least told her that she was in danger, we wouldn't be here in the first place. I was so annoyed. I was so annoyed with Alex. Also, I kind of feel like Alex would have been better used out there in the field. So I can get wanting to say, like, I need to see for myself that Ruby is safe. And going and seeing and being like, okay, she's cool. And then, peacing out and going back to help everybody. But Alex was just going to sit there and chill and play board games? No.
Yeah, basically.
Like, that was some bullshit. So, Sam's mom dies. Rain comes and takes her out.
And they figure out that... Oh, did you hear that?
Go ahead.
Do you hear echo on your end?
No.
Okay. They figure out that she's absorbed the powers of the world, other world killers, because when she shows up to Sam's mom's house, the flowers start to die, and you're like, pestilence, how? But strangely enough, she's not the blight that kills the 31st century.
Mm-hmm. So that was interesting. So she absorbed the powers, which I was just kind of like, I'm upset that y'all didn't figure that out, but okay. Yeah. So she absorbed the powers, but we know enough because the Legion members who have been infected by the blight, their vitals have stabilized. So we know enough to know that in the future, the blight doesn't happen, but Supergirl still has to defeat Reign in this time. So Mon-El and his whole crew, they're like, okay, peace out. We got to get back to the 31st century, especially because Imra's people, like, we don't know how the future has changed. So we need to get back. And I love that Brainy gave Wynn dirt that was bugged. He was like, I calculated and I figured out that you would like dirt from the future. And then he also threw a bug in there so he could keep tabs.
And threw shade at I don't follow baseball, so I forget which baseball team.
Oh yeah, he was like, you like dirt or the Mets, I think it was. And he's like, yeah, and looking over their history, I figure you like the dirt better. I like that little sports dig. So when they find out that pestilence and purity have been absorbed by Reign, he does the calculations and he figures that Supergirl has a 51% chance of beating Reign, but if one of the Legionnaires stays, that jumps up
to like 81% or something.
Yeah. So Imra does her whole like sacrificial speech of like, I can tell that you're still in love with Kara, but if you want to stay behind and help her when you come back, I know that it'll be because you want to be with me. And so he goes back to help her and does the most awesome cape tricks ever. I love Mon-El with the cape tricks. He is a freaking beast with that cape.
Listen, and let's talk about the fact that he proved Edna wrong. Mm-hmm. In the right hands, capes are a good thing.
Apparently, it's not about the cape; it's about how you use it. It's not the size; it's the motion in the ocean. Because I think there was like the one point where like they try to like each bind her hands.
Yes.
With the
but they were crossed over, so Alex with her awesome ass gun couldn't get a clean shot.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, because so Ruby calls Reign and Reign comes, and then there's a whole big like showdown at Lex's mansion. So Supergirl has the whole talk with John and his father. This is where the writing is so good. They are really weaving in all of the elements of the other characters. Agreed. But still keeping the main story and the main plot moving. So the fact that they tied in all this stuff with John's father and his alien Alzheimer's into this storyline was so good. And so John is just looking for this moment to have his father feel useful. And him and Supergirl figure out that there must have been some reason that the White Martians kept his dad around for so long. He must have had some way of reasoning with them in order for them to keep his dad alive. And so they go to talk to him and they're like, why? Like, how? And he basically doesn't want to talk to anybody because of his Alzheimer's and how he feels like just useless and that he can't remember anything. And then he basically is like, I appealed to their own honor code.
Yeah.
And that's what turns it for Supergirl, and that's what she uses to defeat Reign, by basically being like, your whole thing is that you seek justice. This child hasn't done anything.
Right. So you can't kill her.
Yeah. Which, so smart. Yeah. Especially because, although I do ultimately think it is going to come down to like the power of love, because that's just what this show is. I really like that this particular moment was like, we have to reason with Reign, and Reign has a code. And also there's something to be said for the fact that Reign and Kara both come from Krypton. And the whole thing of like Rao and like these codes, Kara kind of is also the only one who understands Reign, even though Reign is kind of like an evil version of her.
Yeah.
So, you know me, I'm trying to find the happy ending so that we can keep Sam. I'm hoping there can be some sort of common ground that the two of them can find. I really just don't want it to come down to Kara having to kill her, is what I'm saying.
Yeah, no, I agree.
And so the one weapon that they do have against Reign is the kryptonite that Lena has been able to make. And we get the whole scene where Lena reads Kara for filth.
Yes. And then Kara still tries to take the high ground like the 53% white woman she is.
I got Kara when she was talking about exactly what kryptonite does to her. And why she is so upset about it. But I loved Lena's rebuttal.
So keep talking, because I want to play that, but I got to get to that point. So
okay, like when she says the part of just like, she's like, there are a million things that humans can die from.
Right.
She's like, but there is like, you literally have one weakness, and people like you. And that's the other thing where Kara is like the common ground between her and Reign. It's like, dude, there's only but so many people like you on this planet, and for the most part, you are invulnerable. It's great that you're good,
and we're just supposed to trust that you're not going to turn on us.
And it's not even. Here's my thing: take Supergirl out of the equation. There are people just as powerful and just as strong as you who aren't good. Like, what are we supposed to do? We're just supposed to trust you with all of, you know, like you're supposed to protect every single person on this planet from every single thing that might be like you. Like, no, people have to have their own defenses.
Yeah, but at what point? It's a fair question, because we know human nature and they don't know Kryptonian nature, which they've got. Yeah, I mean, hell, season 1 was full of ancient Kryptonians, so we know you got some of them in the mix. But it's a whole thing of like, you want us to trust you that you will never decide that we need to be purged or pared down, Thanos style. We're just supposed to trust that and not have a countermeasure. That's bullshit. That is bullshit. There's no way that one of us could come to your planet and you not have something in place to make sure that we don't wreck shit. But you expect to be able to come here with that same assurance? That's insane. Kara's full of shit for that. I was so glad she called her on it. So glad she called her on it.
Yeah, because it's true. It's just, why do you think that we should just let you handle everything? And Supergirl, for the most part, great, love her, you know, whatever, got the t-shirt. But you're acting like you've always made all the right decisions when we know you haven't.
Right.
So we're just supposed to trust that you're always going to make the right decision and always like be the best one for us. It's just, I feel like that gif, it's just not realistic. Like, it's just not, Kara. Yeah.
Hey, real quick, do you remember if we got the speech before or after she impaled the mom?
It was after.
Okay. Mom's dying, blah, blah, blah. Yeah, this CW app got so many freaking unnecessary commercials. I swear for God.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. So yeah, I got to go through another set of commercials. So
Okay.
can we jump back to John?
Yes.
Why do I get the sense that them taking that inhibitor off of his dad might also play a role in resolving this? Because think about it. When Rain did Purity's shriek, it made everybody's ears bleed. But you remember how everyone reacted to Papa Jones when his stuff was going off.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know why I feel like that's good. I mean, I could be wrong. We got 5 more episodes, but I wonder if that's, him tapping into his ability is going to play a role in turning this around.
Well, what I like...
You need something to counter the purity part of Rain. You need something to counter the pestilence part of Rain. And the Rain part of Rain.
I think what I always liked about John's dad and his backstory is that he's both a good negotiator and a diplomat, but also he is highly capable in terms of his telepathy ability and his ability to connect with people. So I'm definitely hoping that will play into the end. I feel like, unfortunately, Daddy Jones is not going to make it through this season.
Me either. And something tells me Mon-El might die.
He wouldn't die if he would just go back to the future where he belongs now.
Hello, go. You married. Supposed to be living with your goddamn wife. I'm just saying.
So, I mean, I feel like if he doesn't, that's a decision he made because he had options.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Better for yourself, dude.
Mono. But yeah, I could see Daddy Jones's kind of both his ability to connect and then his telepathic ability paying a big deal in the final whatever is going to happen.
Yeah.
Okay. So speaking of Daddy Jones, that final scene.
Oh my God. When he kept looping, I wanted to cry.
Broke my entire heart. I
really kind of wanted to cry.
When he said the whole thing
about the mocha,
about the chocolate, what he said, it should be called a chocolate coffee.
Yeah.
I was like, this is adorable. When he said that, and John was like, yeah, and then he was like, you helped us so much today and all that, and he just didn't. He just wanted to give his dad one moment. One moment of feeling useful, and he didn't even remember it.
Yeah.
Why is this show this way?
And all the acting, all the blackting and acting. Oh my God.
So good. So good. Ugh. Yeah.
Okay, I finally got to that scene. of Lena dropping off the kryptonite. By the way, Mon-El turning the kryptonite into bullets. Smart move, my brother. Smart move.
Mon-El has upgraded himself.
He really has.
Either that or Imra has. It's like that Beyonce upgrade.
That's the love of a good one, a good wife that he letting go home without him. I'm just saying. He wasn't like this under Kara. All I'm saying. You ready?
Yeah.
Let me unmute you. Okay, here we go.
Lena, Supergirl, I have something for you. But don't be alarmed, it's in a lead-lined case. A kryptonite? To help you fight Rain.
Oh, wow, you have gall. Lying to my face.
Yeah. I did not lie. This isn't Lex's, it's mine. I figured out how to make it, and I did, and I supercharged it just for Rain.
You what? You are going to turn over the formula to Alex. You are going to take any Kryptonian elements from your lab and bring them to the DEO.
Real quick, I feel like Lena should have came back the way Doctor Strange came back against Tony on Titan. Like, unlike everybody else in your life, I'll work for you. You don't get to demand shit. I'm sorry. I did.
She said that last week. She's like, I don't work from you. Like, I do not. I am not employed by the DEO.
Hang in there. Here it is.
You are never going to make kryptonite ever again.
You know, I knew this is how you'd react. James also convinced me that we were on the same side. He thought you'd actually be grateful.
You think I should be grateful that you learned how to make the one substance on this planet that can kill me?
Thousands of things can kill me, Supergirl. Everyone else on this planet. Fire, but we don't go around banning bonfires or candles. Cars kill people every day, and yet we still have the courage to get in them every morning and drive ourselves to work. There is one element on the planet that kills Kryptonian, and you can't tolerate its existence. No. You really do have a God complex.
Do you know what it's like to walk into a room and your skin feel like it's going to be seared off your bones?
Yes, my dear. That's called being set on fucking fire. We don't ban fire. Sorry. Go ahead.
Or like nails are running through your blood?
That would be the impact of a car accident, but let us continue.
That's what it feels like. Well, I don't know. It sounds like exactly what you need to subdue Rain.
I need to be the only person in control of kryptonite on this planet.
Dies.
Even if I did trust you,
You don't even have your citizenship papers, bitch. What are you talking about? Sorry.
You just went full Trump on her.
I really did. This woman pulled out the Trump in me, and I didn't even think I had it in me. I hate her for this.
But I can't risk encountering it by mistake.
Trust is hard for me too, Supergirl. But since we seem to need each other, we're just going to have to figure it out.
And then she walks away like a boss.
Look, Lena, a bad bitch. Lena is a bad bitch, and I love her. I love her.
The best.
You hang with the DJ Khaled. I appreciate you. That's how I feel every single time Lena opens her mouth. I'm like, I appreciate you.
Oh,
love it. Yeah, Lena just coming through with the hot reads every week.
Look, this is definitely an episode where everyone from the DEO was trash.
Mm-hmm.
The DEO produces trash. Maybe that should be our episode title.
You're horrible. Why are episode titles always shady?
Everybody, with the exception of John, everybody at the DEO was being a trash ass human being this episode.
Mm-hmm. Tis true. Anything else that we want to talk about? Oh, we got to talk about this end of episode stinger. Which
I think that's the missing world killer. Tanya's a missing world killer.
What? Okay, I thought there were only 3. How is there a missing one?
No, remember when the Dark Kryptonian, or it was either the Dark Kryptonian or someone else said that there was a 4th, but they don't know who she is or what she is. I think this chick is the 4th.
I thought she was one of the...
She's one of the acolytes, but I also think she's the 4th world killer and she just don't know it.
Well, see, I thought she was one of the acolytes turning on the acolyte, like getting out of the cult. And I was wondering if she was running to Supergirl, but maybe she's just hiding herself.
Could be. I don't feel like they would have focused on those drawings of the world killers and her if she didn't have some connection to them.
So I was just thinking that she was like one of the acolytes who maybe has become disillusioned with them in the wake of Rain. Yeah,
and Purity and Pessimist, because they was out there killing folk.
Because I could see where... Because the whole kind of philosophy behind the acolytes was, that they would put themselves in harm's way and Supergirl would save them and they would prove to the world, like, I don't know, something ridiculous like that, like these beings are like, a gift from Ra or whatever. So I was really, really interested in yeah, like just trying to figure out whether or not it's that she's become disillusioned, or is it that she feels a connection? Like, yeah, I love that it's another Black girl. Mm-hmm. Happy about that.
For a minute, I thought it was a chick that played Vale on Into the Badlands, but then
no.
Like her, but I know she's going to be on the new Charmed reboot, which sadly looks terrible.
Don't say that.
Girl, I saw that 3-minute trailer. I'm like, oh Jesus Christ, this is so bad.
I didn't have a problem with it because it really did it hit the nostalgia stick for me. Like it was the
acting. It was painful. I'm like, oh my god.
Really, I mean, if we're being completely and totally honest, and we can be because this is a safe space, the acting on the original Charmed was not all bad. Yeah, I'm interested, and I love that we have 4 more episodes to go, and they have taken a completely different. Like I said, I don't know where they're going.
Me either.
This is a whole new element that they introduced, and not in a way that I'm like, why are we focusing on this when we should be focusing on something else? It's just in a like...
It's all connected. It's all connected.
And I don't know. I thought it was going to end here. I thought it was going to be like, Rain comes after Ruby, final big battle in the, last episode, and then the power of love. And it's like, nope, that all happened, and we still have 4 more episodes to go. And now we've introduced someone completely new. I'm excited. So hopefully what happens is whatever is going on, that girl becomes the big bad, and then we can just kill her and keep Sam.
Right? Nah, dog. Somebody aside from Grandma got to die in that family. You wanted to save Ruby, so that means Sam got to go. If you want Sam to stay, then Ruby got to go. Somebody, we got to drop another body. I'm sorry.
Okay, Sophie's choice.
You ready for the feedback?
Hold on 1 second. Okay. Ready for feedback.
Okay. And I have another clip because of the feedback. Hold on.
You're ridiculous.
So Latoya says, I wish they would let Lena be great. Also, that elevator scene was awkward. Do you mean this elevator scene? Hold on.
Frankly, I am only working with Supergirl to save Sam because I have no other choice. What do you mean? Well, it's that old adage. Never meet your idols. Will only lead to disappointment.
Oh, yes.
Supergirl's not all truth and justice like she pretends to be. And she had James break into L Corp and search my private vault.
I'm sure she had a really good reason.
Of course, James didn't do it.
Really?
Wait, can you pause it?
Each other for months.
Mm-hmm. I feel like when she was like, did you know she had James break into my vault? Supergirl was like, or Carl was like, what? No.
And then when Lena was like, but he didn't do it, she was like this nigga. What do you mean he didn't? He told me he did.
She's like, I know I'm not allowed to use the N-word, but I am thinking it.
You had to get yourself from ratting his own self out. Like, wait, what? What do you mean? Like, that's good that he didn't. And then turning, she's like, son of a bitch.
He knows me and he trusts me and I trust him. Supergirl went behind my back and used my personal relationships against me. That's like something my mother would do. She crossed the line. I can never trust her again. So I didn't know what flavor.
She let her have it. And Supergirl was looking like, I think the thing that hit her was she used my personal relationships against me. Kara didn't consider that that's what she was doing. And 2, that's something my mother would do.
And I
Lena's mother, who was Supergirl's mortal enemy, she basically took the tactics of her mortal enemy. It was like a splash of cold water on her face.
I love that we got the 2 references to Lena's mom in this episode.
Mm-hmm. Oh, yeah, the painting when Alex shows up at the mansion.
Yes. Callbacks. Do you think we get some Lily and Luthor?
Yeah, I don't see us ending the season without us revisiting that well.
Yes.
Yeah. And then Amani, hey, buddy, I just need to know when we're changing the show from Supergirl to Lena. Because my girl is the hero we deserve. She's the smartest, shadiest, and getting her back blown out by McCon Brooks. Oh, my God, sir.
He'll blow your back out.
The only L she's taking is having to explain herself to Kara at any point. She had everything under control, and then she listens to these idiots, and Alex lets Ruby compromise her location in 5 minutes. And how did they not know Rain had all the powers when we saw it and understood it last week? Right. Meanwhile, Kara's the only one I would say shouldn't know that was John, because he was knocked the fuck out. He's the only one who didn't see it. Meanwhile, Kara's whining because they have one thing that can hurt her, like she's not stronger than everybody. Have her text her cousin and ask why he lets Batman keep a kryptonite ring, even if he was mad at John about it. Kara's been on that 53% mess for a minute, and Lena had to come collect her people. She deserved every bit of that dragging in the elevator. Yes, she did. Mm-hmm. And this storyline with John and his dad hurts more and more every week. But those two are acting. Props to the writers for actually keeping these stories on track and mattering. Thanks for the recaps, and I hope the doctor got all the vitamin C and rest this week. I kind of did, but now instead of snotting all over the place, I'm coughing all over the place. So I'm just getting old and falling apart. I might not be here next year. Who knows?
I mean, I don't know about that last part, but that first part is true.
In between wishing death on that baby and some Korean dramas. Okay, so I do the Chinese, Taiwanese ones. You're thinking of Emoji from TV movie Mistress. She does all the Korean ones, just to keep that clear. Anyway, so that was our feedback for this week.
All right. Any more thoughts on this episode?
Girl, no, it was good. We just going full steam ahead, and I hope they keep up the momentum. I don't want them to crash and burn.
You have no idea. I don't think I've been this excited for the end of a Supergirl season in a while.
No.
I'm so surprised.
They are making every episode count, and I love it.
Also, so I don't know, but I'm covering a bunch of other CW shows right now. I'm covering the originals, or I'm either covering or watching. So the originals, obviously I'm still watching Life Sentence, fuck you CW, as well as iZombie. I watch that every week. And The 100 just came back. Sometimes I get why the CW doesn't cancel stuff, because some of these shows are just
don't need to be on no more.
No, well, some of them, Supernatural, yes. But I'm saying, like, the ones that I watch, I think are turning out some of their best seasons right now. Like, Originals is ending, so they're kind of just full steam ahead to the end because they know that the show is ending. iZombie, I think, got renewed. I believe that show got renewed, and I feel like every season kind of reinvent what their show is while at the same time keeping the same formula. Like this, I was watching an episode where they were basically making a joke about how shows lose funding, and instead of having big action scenes, all the action takes place off camera. Like, they made a joke about that. And then the whole episode, one of the characters kept coming back being like, guys, you would not believe what happened to me. It's like, then I was fighting the guy, and then we flew off a roof into a pool. And they're like, sure, that sounds great. And it's like they make fun of themselves. Oh, and also I brought up iZombie because the girl who plays young Kara on iZombie just had an arc on iZombie. So the girl who plays young Kara on Supergirl, she just had an arc on iZombie where she played a girl who cannot become a zombie. That was the whole thing, was that she's a girl who's dying. So they were going to turn her into a zombie so that she wouldn't be sick anymore. But then when they tried to turn her into a zombie, it turned out that she's immune to it. So then they were kind of using her to see if they could find a vaccine for the zombie virus. And in the past episode, spoilers, she dies. It was like a really sad, like, episode, but beautifully acted. That little actress is amazing. So I was just like, oh, look at little Kara. She's so cute. Yeah, I don't know. I think Supergirl has been great this season. All the shows that I'm currently watching on the CW have been great this season. The shows that I have stopped watching, I do not feel bad about. I think the CW is doing a great job, is what I'm saying, for the most part.
Oh, and apparently next season we're moving Supergirl to Sunday nights, which I don't know how I feel about that.
The way I feel like...
Stop moving it around, I guess.
Yeah.
Yes.
The way I feel about it is that they had to add on the extra night. And honestly, Sunday is a good night to have programming.
Yeah.
I'm not mad at moved to Sunday. Had it moved to like Friday, then I would be concerned or upset. But it moving to Sunday means they have faith in it. Because Sunday is a hard night. So much good stuff comes on Sunday.
But I wonder, and it's probably two different demographics. Mm-hmm. But they're having it lead in for Charmed, which I'm hoping they help, people stay on. But I don't know how many people who watch Supergirl also watch The Walking Dead, even though that's become a dumpster fire.
Oh, whoever is watching Supergirl, I'm pretty sure is not watching The Walking Dead. I'm pretty sure they've already tapped out on that. So
I hope so.
Yeah.
Love yourself. Do better for yourself, folks.
Yeah.
Just listen to the folks who don't get paid, but they take one for the team and watch it for us and then talk shit about it on their podcast.
Yeah, I'm over I'm over The Walking Dead. That was another one I had to cut out of my life for my own sanity. And since I will be watching the new Charmed, I am excited that the two of them are paired together. Also, there's a greater chance we might get this podcast out earlier than the weekend if it comes on Sunday.
Yeah.
So, there's that. All right. Anything else?
No, that's it. I think we covered it all.
All right. Thank you guys so much for listening. Thank you for enduring my slightly tipsy recap of Supergirl.
And my smoker's coffee, even though I don't smoke.
We will not see you guys next week. We'll see. I will be officially on vacation next week, so we might double up the following week. But either way, we're rocking and rolling to the end right now. So I'm excited. So who knows? We'll see after the next episode. I might be like, fuck my vacation. I want to talk about this episode. All right. Thank you guys, and we'll see you soon.
Bye. Bye. Bye.